It was December 5, 1945, a seemingly routine training flight. But what happened next shocked the world. 5 Avenger torpedo bombers, known as Flight 19, vanished without a trace over a mysterious expanse of ocean, a place that would soon be forever etched in the annals of the unexplained, the Bermuda Triangle. Dubbed the Devil's Triangle, this sea, nestled between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has mystified historians, scientists, and adventurers for decades. But what lies beneath its deceptively tranquil surface? This is a journey not just through history, but into the heart of mystery itself. To understand the enigma of the Bermuda Triangle, we must first delve into its origin story, a narrative steeped in lore that stretches back centuries. Sailors of old whispered tales of strange lights dancing on the horizon and compasses spinning wildly, warning others of dangers lurking in the deep. As exploration ramped up in the 19th and 20th centuries, these accounts transformed into documented incidents, fueling the fire of curiosity. 1918 saw the chilling disappearance of the USS Cyclops, a naval cargo ship vanishing without a single SOS sent. With 309 men and women aboard, its fate remains unknown, marking the Bermuda Triangle's first brush with infamy on a grand scale. Over the ensuing decades, reports of lost flights and ships continued to accumulate. The 1941 sinking of the freighter, the Caribbean, added to the growing number of lives swallowed by its depths. With the onset of World War II, wartime missions flew over these waters, and many brave souls became victims of its elusive grasp. But it wasn't until the anomalous event of 1945 that the Bermuda Triangle began to capture public imagination in an unprecedented manner. When Flight 19 vanished, a massive search and rescue mission was launched, involving planes and ships from the U.S. Navy. But what started as a rescue mission turned into a harrowing tale of tragedy as a rescue plane, PBM Martin Mariner, also disappeared, adding to the mystery and confirming the Triangle's sinister reputation. This is where our narrative takes a dramatic turning point. The media erupted, sensationalizing the disappearances and embedding them in popular culture. From Charles Berlitz's best-selling book in 1974 to the countless documentaries, films, and conspiracy theories that followed, the Bermuda Triangle held the public's fascination, blending fact with speculation in a kaleidoscope of intrigue. What is perhaps most fascinating about the Bermuda Triangle is its legacy, one that reaches far beyond the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. The disappearances inspired a cautionary reverence, influencing the maritime and aviation industries alike. Flight paths changed, navigation protocols adapted, and yet, every story of the Triangle remains cloaked in ambiguity. But why does it matter today? In an age where technology dominates our lives, the Bermuda Triangle presents an intersection of human endurance against the unknown. It challenges our understanding of science and the intricacies of nature, proving that despite all our advancements, there are still forces we cannot fully grasp. And so we return to today, where myths are sometimes easier to interpret than raw data. Each account draws us back, quite unerringly for some, toward a collective quest for answers. Amidst the fervent discussions and passionate debates, an emotion lingers, one of yearning, a desire to confront the inexplicable mysteries woven into the fabric of our history. The Bermuda Triangle stands as a reminder, not only of lives lost, but of the profound mysteries we may never fully comprehend. As we look into the endless horizon, we find ourselves asking, what life lies beneath the depths? And in our relentless pursuit of the truth, what price are we willing to pay? As rain clouds form on the skyline, perhaps it is fitting to remember, the sea keeps its secrets well, and the Bermuda Triangle is a testament to the paradox of mankind's thirst for understanding in a world shadowed by mysteries. As we continue to untangle this web of intrigue, let us delve deeper into the countless stories that have emerged from this notorious region. The Bermuda Triangle is not merely a patch of ocean. It has become a symbol of human curiosity and the enduring quest for answers. Thousands of ships traverse these waters each year. Millions of flights soar above, and yet, even with modern navigational technology, the Triangle still looms as a specter of uncertainty. But why does this ominous region so captivate our imagination? Consider the mythos that surrounds these waters. Throughout history, Seafaring has been fraught with danger. Sailors have always traded tales of monsters and unfathomable perils lurking just below the surface. The Bermuda Triangle taps into a primal fear, a whisper that tells us there are things we may never understand. A sense of wonder lingers in the air, intensifying with reported feelings of disorientation and the sudden malfunction of navigational equipment that many experience while passing through its expanse. The human mind craves explanation, yet many inexplicable events remain, shrouded in darkness. In the early 1950s, the mystique of the triangle began to solidify as a series of commercial airlines reported strange encounters. The most astonishing tales were those of the passenger aircraft that seemed to vanish like shadows against the backdrop of the ocean's vastness. Commercial pilots spoke of witnessing bizarre lights flickering in the night sky, similar to the old sailors' tales. Words such as electromagnetic interference and anomalous weather conditions began to surface, as if hints of a scientific explanation were finally at hand. Yet, despite exhaustive investigations, nothing conclusive emerged from these turbulent skies. The Bermuda Triangle remained shrouded in an aura of enigma. What followed was a fervent exploration of other dimensions of the Bermuda Triangle story. The onset of the 1970s saw a surge in pseudoscience and amateur investigations aimed at unraveling the calamities that had befallen this slice of ocean. Enter the world of conspiracy theories. Theories that transported these tales into more shadowy realms where extraterrestrials, time warps, and Atlantis took center stage. Archaeologists even examined the possibility of old shipwrecks and submerged civilization remnants, hinting at an otherworldly magnetism buried beneath the waves. But amid these outlandish theories, a handful of scholars and researchers sought to provide rational explanations, solidifying a narrative of a misunderstood but dangerous region. Let's focus on the infamous case of 1976. A cargo ship named the SS Marine Sulphur Queen was circumnavigating through the triangle when it suddenly disappeared, with no SOS, no trace of wreckage left behind. The ship vanished as abruptly as if it had never existed. What occurred next not only reignited interest in the triangle, but also solidified it as an investigation ground for both skeptics and believers alike. The United States Coast Guard never solved the case, officially listing it as unsolved and marking yet another chapter of noted disappearances. With every ship and plane that vanished, the Bermuda Triangle's narrative expanded. The mystery deepened, and the debate over explanations intensified. Some researchers proposed natural causes for the vanishings, invoking the phenomenon of rogue waves, giant waves that rise up abruptly from the surface and can topple even the largest of vessels. These sudden incidents of nature, numbered among the deepest fears of sailors, took on renewed visibility, leading some to emphasize environmental factors that could result in disasters. But nobody knew that the fear surrounding the Bermuda Triangle would surface again in the early 2000s, right as a new breed of technology started to capture the imagination: personal and commercial drones. With this evolution of technology came an explosion of recorded encounters that further defined the modern-day narrative of the triangle. Unmanned aerial vehicles provided an unprecedented viewpoint of this storied sea. Various experiments revealed that navigational instruments often malfunctioned or provided unexpected readings over this area. Was this yet another sign of the triangle's rage, or simply an interface between evolving technology and the unpredictable forces of nature? As we dissect the stories and insights surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, we must address another layer: its cultural impact. The triangle became a staple of entertainment, sending reverberations through literary circles and eventually reaching Hollywood. Movies, documentaries, and TV series referenced the triangle, turning it into a blockbuster topic. Fiction met fact in a blend that often exaggerated or diluted the stark realities of an event, contributing to a legacy of misunderstanding. Yet, the myths of the Bermuda Triangle resonated, engaging audiences and providing thrilling narratives that found their way into the homes of millions. This meta-narrative reflects humanity's never-ending quest for understanding, adventure, and perhaps our own fears about mortality and the unknown. The year 2006 marked a particularly notable phase in the Bermuda Triangle saga. The U.S. Board of Geographic Names finally weighed in, confirming the triangle's name and solidifying its position on maps. Although skeptics may contend that this attention is misplaced, the move sparked a newfound discussion about the truth and the symbolism it holds. Could the challenge of comprehending the Bermuda Triangle mirror our broader struggles with understanding the unknown in our world? This realization punctuated ongoing discussions, especially as the world increasingly found itself confronted with enigmatic challenges ranging from climate change to cosmic mysteries. But let us not forget the most tragic aspect of the Bermuda Triangle, the human stories entwined within its fabled narrative.